Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Rebuild It. This week we continue on with our new build, the C6 Corvette. So I've spent the last few minutes taking off this junk all off of the car, which was everywhere from, I don't know how they got that much of it on there and still leaked as bad as it did. But anyway, I've been getting all that off. So let's take a look at what it's looking like now. Alright, so I've got all that plastic off of it, and man, this thing is so filthy. It's got all that adhesive residue over it from all that plastic that was stuck everywhere. I mean, yeah, I'm glad they had it on there because pickup date 6/17 of 22, and this is November 7th, I think it is. It's almost 5 months sitting out in the weather. So if they hadn't had the plastic on there, it would have definitely been ruined. But, so now we just have a whole lot of cleaning on our hands. I mean, just look at it. Ugh. Andy wouldn't even sit on the seat to get it out off the trailer. He had to sit on a towel. So we just want to pretty much just take everything out of the interior, start cleaning, getting all the way down to the carpets, because we gotta get to the airbag module anyway, even though the seat belts are not locked up. So I guess the guy was not wearing seat belts. But man, they had airbags blown. So we got to find a dash, which have been discontinued. The first thing is to get the keys here. So this is I've got a contact at a dealer that I think I can call and try to get the keys to me quickly. And if so, I'll give her a shout out and hopefully we can see if this thing will start.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time to play What's the Mileage? Based on the current condition, the damage inflicted upon it, and the modifications we've shown you thus far, try and guess how many miles are on the wrecked 2005 Corvette Convertible. The viewer who guesses the closest to the actual mileage before the next week's video will receive an official Rebuild It cab, just like the ones worn by the cast of Rebuild It. That's right, you too can now look like you know what you're doing in your own garage when you put a Rebuild It hat on that noggin. Or choose to go chic and mingle with the stars. Even they won't know you're not a real cast member when you have on an official Rebuild It hat. Rebuild It hats are made from only the finest materials from Bangladesh and assembled by skilled craftsmen with weeks of experience in Pakistan. These hats are a guaranteed head turner. They will have your friends asking you for advice on repairing all of their vehicles. USA residents only, please.
Hey, Mr. Microphone, don't cheap out on us. We'll ship that cap to East Cambodia if that's where the winner's from.
Make that Earth residents only. You heard that right. We'll ship the hat to the winner no matter what country you're from. And remember, you're guessing the current mileage. The winner will be announced next week.
All right, guys, so it is the next day. I'm back down here with the filthy Corvette. And remember, this is the day after Andy and I went and picked this thing up in Indianapolis. And check out what I have in my hands. A fob and a cut key cut to this VIN. So big shout out to Elizabeth at Ed Morse Chevrolet in Redbud, Illinois, who was able to get this to me that fast with just title and just the stuff that I had, paperwork. She was able to get this to me, so we're going to see if we can get this thing to start tonight. And another thing, which is, you're gonna be shocked about this, as I was shocked. Okay, all this disgusting sticky residue that's all over the Corvette, and the fact that it sat out in the weather for 4 months with just this plastic on it that we kept talking about and we were so worried about. I thought, well, tonight I'll be able to raise the top because I'll have power. And so I come over here to the spot. There's supposed to be a switch right here that raises and lowers the top, and it's not there. So what does that mean? This is a manual top Corvette. So there's a button right here. You raise it up, you pull the top up, you put it on. None of that stuff would have had to been done with the plastic. You would not need keys to do that. Just power, and the car already had power. It has the battery was good. So Thanks, Copart. Appreciate that. Now let's work on trying to get this key programmed. Well, first of all, I want to check and see if it even fits. So here's the key, and there's a little hidden spot up under here where the key should go in. And hopefully this will open our trunk. Okay. Yes. Okay, so they cut it correctly. So now this key that opens the trunk is the key, quotation marks, to getting the key fob programmed, because this is a push to start vehicle. So there's a big long process. We still can't start it even though we have a key. We have to program this fob. So I'm gonna go over the process again. I'll look it up and make sure we're doing it right. But it takes 30 minutes. It has to do with, we put the key in the lock, we open the trunk, we turn the key, I think it does 5 times, and it gives us some kind of a message up there on the dash about programming the fob. So I'll look it up and then we'll go through it as we do it. All right, so I think I've got this figured out. I've got the key in the slot here. So I'm going to turn it 5 times within 5 seconds. And then if I did it right, I should get a little message on the dash saying, it'll say something weird on the dash. The dash is off right now, so if something comes on there, we'll know we did it right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Off accessory to learn. And then we push the bottom of the start button over here. Then it says no fob detected, and it's going to count down 10 minutes. The car is counting down 10 minutes right now. And then when it's done with that, it'll come up with that auto learn thing message again, and we're going to hit the bottom part of the start button again, and then we're going to do it again after another 10 minutes. So it takes 30 minutes to do this again. And then once that's done 30 minutes, it'll say, if it's done right, it'll say ready for the key fob. And then we're going to take the key fob and we're going to put it inside the slot here, and it's got to be in there a certain direction. And once it's in there, the program or the computer can find it and read it and program it. So now it's still counting down, so it's 9 minutes now. So I'll see you after 9 more minutes, and we'll do it the second time, then we'll do it again, and then we'll see if it works. All right, should be getting close here. It says FOB auto learn, wait 1 minute. So once that goes back to that other message, I can't remember what it said now, we will hit the bottom of the start button again, and it should start another 10-minute countdown. Okay, off accessory to learn. 10 minute. Let's say no fob, then it should go back to the countdown. Okay, wait 10 minutes. All right, so that's good. Okay, we should be getting close again. It says 1 minute. And while I was waiting on that, I went ahead and got the hood taken off just so we can check everything out. And if it does start, we'll be able to see everything, and the hood won't stay raised up because of the accident. So, all right, off accessory to learn. Do it again. 10 minutes. Okay, so we've done 20, so we should just have one more 10-minute session. Okay, so we're coming up on our third 10-minute session to be over with. And as soon as that, it hopefully will say ready for key fob number 1 or something like that, whenever it gets out of this 1 minute. Then I'll take the key fob and put it in the slot over there. The buttons have to be facing, the buttons of the fob have to be facing the passenger side. Okay, ready for fob number 1. Okay, so I'll take this fob, we'll put it in this slot like so. It says after a while, I don't know how much time, not long, it's supposed to program it. Okay, so I didn't have it in there far enough. You got to really shove it in there that far, and then it about 3 or 4 seconds, and it says ready for fob number 2. Okay, so since I don't have any other fobs to record, I pulled that one out. So now I'm just going to hit the bottom of this again. And that should be it. Okay, so hopefully this is programmed. Now comes the big test. Okay, so I went ahead and shut the trunk. Now let's see if our fob is working. Oh yeah. Okay. We should be able to try to start this bad boy. All right, so I'm on the phone FaceTiming Andy because I wanted to get his reaction if this thing starts, since he was with me the whole time when we went and got it. All right. See if I can remember how to start one of these Corvettes.
Hey, all right. That was like third crank.
Yeah, and it's been 4 months since it's been started. Let me flip around here and show you the dash.
So we got TPMS, probably from the wheels being aftermarket, and then ABS.
I hate it when it's got aftermarket wheels and no tire pressure sensors. Oh, it's just saying low tire pressure. Maybe it's just low pressure in that front tire, is what it said.
Cool. Yeah.
Low tire pressure, right rear.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Cool. Yeah, maybe you lucked out and it does have sensors in it.
Hey, that's worth as much as the car. 5/8 of a tank of gas.
If it was diesel, it'd be worth twice as much as the car.
Yeah. Good PSI on the oil pressure. I mean, it's idling smoothly, especially for not running it for 4 months.
Good.
Service anti-lock brakes. And, of course, it's got the airbag light on. Engine sounds very healthy, quiet, smooth. All right, so it's the next day, and we had a good, successful night last night getting this thing started. And I did check that right rear tire, and it was super low, so I went ahead and filled all the tires up. So when we start it here in a minute, we'll see if that gets rid of our tire light. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the top up on this thing, get the windows rolled up, and get it rolled outside and actually wash it and see how good the paint is or bad the paint is. I love it when they write that on the actual paint instead of the windshield. I don't know why they do that. And I also want to go ahead and get this bumper the rest of the way off and just get it out of the way. Probably do that before we wash it. That way we can get the engine sprayed down, just everything cleaned up, kind of see what we're going to work with here. The top looks to be in excellent condition. It's dirty, but really nice. All right, so let's start this thing up and get it out there where I can get to it, and try to get the rest of that bumper off, and then we'll wash it. Alright, so the light did go off on the dash for the low pressure on the tire, so that's all that was. So that's functioning correctly. So the only really lights we've got on the dash is the anti-lock brakes and like service active handling system. So we'll see what's going on with that. All right, so we've got the bumper off. The only damage I found under it is this, really. That's going to be kind of a pain to try to get straight. All the stuff underneath is straight. It hit high, whatever it was, hit high, and something sharp went through this, busted all that. But even the coolant reservoir is not hurt. So I've got a hinge ordered and a new strut. got this piece ordered. Got a new bumper ordered. I was gonna try to take this tire off so I could get to these bolts easier, but it's got these weird lug nuts that are gotta have a special tool to get them off, and I searched all through the car, it's not in there. So now I think we'll just give it a good wash and see what it looks like. Well, the paint doesn't look too bad. I think it'll look, if I could get it buffed, it would really look nice. That all this adhesive is going to be so fun trying to get off. Everywhere you see all this gunk, that's all that adhesive from the plastic. So yeah, I'm going to use some wax and grease remover to try to get it off, because I know that won't hurt paint. And then getting these numbers off is going to be fun too. And usually, even when after you get them off, unless it's buffed or something, you can still see, like when it rains or temperature changes or something, you can still see those numbers in the paint. So now it's just going to be a whole lot of rubbing the adhesive off. Well, I believe I finally have all the adhesive off of this thing. It's still kind of, it needs to be buffed for sure, but the paint is not going to be bad, I don't think. I think it's going to clean up really good.
I think that's going to come out really nice.
It's got little scratches from where I was rubbing everything, but one little, I think, easy light buff will get all that off. So that's a relief.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this week's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit the like button down below and subscribe and hit the bell so you make sure you get notifications every time we post something. And then just leave us a comment if you enjoyed what you saw. And if you have any suggestions or you want to see something next week, just let us know. Next week, we'll be working on getting the entire interior gutted, I think, getting the seats out, and just doing some of the just general disassembly of the Corvette to see what all we've got to work with. So see you guys next time. And always remember, don't retire it if you can rebuild it. Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in and watching this week's episode of Rebuild It. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any awesome content. Have a good one.